Welcome to ScienceAdo. In this episode we are going to look how ChatGPT could revolutionize academia. Before we start, please click the subscribe button, as 95% video viewers not subscribed to this channel. Let's get started. What is ChatGPT? ChatGPT launched on November 30th, but is part of a broader set of technologies developed by the San Francisco-based startup OpenAI, which has a close relationship with Microsoft. It's part of a new generation of AI systems that can converse, generate readable text on demand, and even produce novel images and video based on what they've learned from a vast database of digital books, online writings and other media. But unlike previous iterations of so-called large language models, such as OpenAI's GPT-3, launched in 2020, the ChatGPT tool is available for free to anyone with an internet connection and designed to be more user-friendly. It works like a written dialogue between the AI system and the person asking it questions. Millions of people have played with it over the past month, using it to write silly poems or songs, to try to trick it into making mistakes, or for more practical purposes such as helping compose an email. All of those queries are also helping it get smarter. What are the pitfalls of ChatGPT? As with similar systems, ChatGPT can generate convincing prose, but that doesn't mean what it says is factual or logical. Its launch came with little guidance for how to use it, other than a promise that ChatGPT will admit when it's wrong, challenge incorrect premises, and reject requests meant to generate offensive answers. Since then, however, its popularity has led its creators to try to lower some people's expectations. Can it be used for writing school papers? This is what ChatGPT said when the Associated Press asked it to answer that question in all caps from the perspective of a principal shouting a brief message through a school's PA system. Do not use ChatGPT or any other automated writing tool for school papers. This is cheating and will not be tolerated. If you are caught using ChatGPT or any other automated writing tool for school papers, there will be serious consequences. But when asked to answer the same question on its own, ChatGPT offered this more measured warning: as a general rule, it is not appropriate to use ChatGPT, or any other automated writing tool for school papers, as it is considered cheating and does not benefit the student in the long run. How ChatGPT could revolutionize academia. ChatGPT, one of the most significant real-world applications of artificial intelligence to date. The ChatGPT allows its users to quickly generate sophisticated textual content that is uniquely constructed. Such content, therefore, likely can avoid detection by traditional plagiarism tools, which creates a concern for universities about how to assess students' learning and skill development. Many types of assessments used to evaluate students require them to demonstrate they have understood new materials by investigating the content and collating their learning in the form of a written essay or report. The role of an academic assessor has been to evaluate individual students' submissions to gauge the breadth and depth of their understanding of the topic. If students use ChatGPT to write an essay or report, the problem is the output generated provides limited, if any, representation about the quality of their learning. The AI tool offers the opportunity for well-written researched content without the need for a student to search for detailed sources. Unfortunately, this type of problem is not new. For many years, students have been able to copy text from essay banks. Anti-plagiarism detection tools such as Authenticate and Turnitin have deterred the use of such repositories. Although the anti-plagiarism tools have been successful, they use sophisticated pattern matching techniques, which makes them ill-equipped to detect the language constructs resulting from advanced AI. Another way students get around writing original content is through essay mills, which provide writing services for a fee. It could be argued that the open nature of ChatGPT has leveled the playing field between those who can and can't afford to pay for the services. A different assessment for STEM students. In the fields of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, a far broader assessment strategy than essays is used. To meet the learning outcomes, STEM students must demonstrate skills such as programming. Because ChatGPT can solve many mathematical problems and generate and debug code, however, the computing field cannot simply ignore the AI evolution. And ChatGPT's capabilities are certain to improve over time. The immediate reaction from academia is likely to be to adopt traditional assessment strategies that comprise predominantly closed-book, exam-style assessments. Therefore, adopting that obvious quick fix, though, it is important to reflect on the reasons why a broad assessment strategy was adopted in the first place. Engineering and computing students must tackle large, complex problems and adopt collaborative strategies. The skill sets are not easily or accurately tested individually in an examination hall in a 3-hour period. To some extent, essays, and, perhaps even more controversially, doctoral theses, are already not well aligned to the needs of many employers. Issues universities need to consider. ChatGPT and similar technologies will continue to shape the future of what we call the world of work, WOW. As employers increasingly adopt advanced AI, the academic world will need to amend its teaching and assessment practices. ChatGPT and other AI tools are already being adopted in industry as a way to automate mundane tasks. The big question is, should educators ban such developments or embrace them? Here are some issues that universities might want to consider. Awareness is the best line of defense. Educate students and staff about the strengths and weaknesses of AI-generated content. For example, when does reliance on localized or peer-reviewed content matter, and when is a quick and dirty content review sufficient? Develop assessment and other educational practices for the WOW to embrace or reject the use of AI-generated content. Using authentic assessment tasks that are aligned to a local context or problem, for example, would require students to foster a culture of exploration and curiosity. Project-based assessment tasks are good examples that enable students to conduct exploration of ChatGPT and similar tools, but they ultimately demonstrate the learning and skill on their own. Assessment criteria also will need to recognize sophisticated use of AI but ensure greater recognition for elements that demonstrate higher-order skills such as evaluation and synthesis. Reassure staff that new tools are emerging to detect the use of AI. Princeton student Edward Tien has already created one such tool, GPT-0, which adopts thinking similar to OpenAI's tool but uses deep learning in reverse to detect ChatGPT. Adapt to embrace opportunities brought on by innovation. Consider using ChatGPT and similar tools to advance pedagogy and curricula. Everyone finds unnecessary repetition and menial tasks tiresome. Use the tools to stretch and enable more innovation by students. Reinforce principles of professional standards and ethics. Advance a culture of academic integrity, acknowledging that new tools will emerge. If ethical culture is engraved in the group ethos, students and scholars will use new AI tools appropriately. ChatGPT and similar tools should be seen as accelerating necessary change. We recommend an approach where teaching and learning adapt to recognize the opportunities posed by new technologies and continue to foster a culture of exploration and curiosity. Ultimately, our priority is to provide graduates ready to face the ever-changing WOW. What do you think about ChatGPT? Please shoot your comments. Also, we have playlist for robotics basics, robotics innovations, humanoid robots mentioned in description section. Do watch and share to your friends and family.